I am a certified physiotherapist. I just concluded my 1 year postgraduate program at the National Hospital Abuja. I am also a certified trainer, life coach, writer. I speak basically when people ask me what I do, I just tell them I speak, I train, I teach, I write to inspire and transform. So I do quite a lot of things. I wear many hats, many beautiful hats that fit me quite well. So I am the founder of Chijoke Otiba Growth Academy and also the founder of Learner's Tribe. Although I kind of integrated the both of them, and this is I'm currently building a community of learners, a community of forward-minded, forward-thinking entrepreneurs, creatives, business owners, experts who are not just willing to create wealth for themselves, but to understand what value really means, and gain clarity on time, get strategy, and build structures that are going to actually empower other people. So that is the vision behind Learner's Tribe, behind the Growth Academy. But uh, I have a lot of other things that I'm building quite well. I have a lot of other things I'm doing. The women's initiative that I'm currently building, the Healthy Wealthy Moms Club, quite a lot of other things. I know I was building, I'm still building anyways, the multiverse, okay? And that is a community of multi-potentialites. I do coaching, I do structured coaching programs for executive class of people, and I also have a lot of things that I do for the younger generation. But beyond all that, I want to tell my story here. Yeah, I want to tell you my story, how I started and the challenges that I faced when I started. So yes, I pretty much studied my undergraduate years in the East, where the whole thing for me started when I was in my third year. By my first and second year in the university, I barely knew anything about personal development. I was just there. I was just there thinking to myself, I just want to be a bookworm, graduate, get good grades, get a good job, and yeah, them every other thing. But by my third year, I had discovered something different. I had decided for myself that I wanted to be different. I didn't want to be ordinary. At that point of my life, ordinary was beginning to stink. I had started going out, I had started going for some events, some conferences, workshops, programs, and all that enlightened me and made me realize that I could be more. So when I discovered that, another wave of uncertainty hit me, another wave of dissatisfaction, pain, frustration from the fact that a lot of people go to school and they come out not knowing their left from the right. They come out confused, they come out depressed, they come out broke. So I told myself, knowing that this is what is happening with the system, I cannot subject myself to that same pain by not preparing, by not developing myself. So I started. The dream kept getting bigger and bigger. And it got to a point I thought to myself, yes, I want to create something big. I want to create something that would last. I want to create something that would be sustainable. And that was how Learner's Tribe and Chijoko Tiba Growth Academy came about. Now, I wouldn't tell you all the stories without telling you the pain that I faced. I faced the challenge of starting up. At some point of my life, I was literally locked in the village. I had no choice because after my exams, after my school exams, I had to come back. Then my brothers had moved to the cities, and my parents had to move out from where we were in the city and moved into the village. So whenever I was done from my exams from school, I would come back to my parents' house. I mean, our hometown, the village. And to me, that was like a third world part of a third world country. Yes, we had good road networks, I will give them that. But it was increasingly difficult for me to connect with my global audience. I mean, people from other parts of the world. And this is the reason the network connection was very bad. Yeah, the network connection was very, very poor. And, power supply too was a big issue, was a big deal for me. I didn't have all the tools that I needed to start. I didn't have the ring light, the tripod stand, the background, the backdrop, and all the stuff that you think that anyone would need to start. But what did I do? I kicked all my excuses. I decided to start with what I have. And all I could lay my hands on at that point were a bunch of pegs, a kitchen spoon hanger, a spoit standing fan, and a box of noodles or a box of something. I don't even remember, but there was a box somewhere. And then my reading lamp. And these were all I needed at that point, really. I put those things together and I created my first studio. Interesting enough, I started making videos, I started creating content, I started putting those content out. I remember making my first YouTube video with, yeah, a kitchen spoon hanger and my reading lamp. I did that because I was I was no longer ready to entertain my excuses. I was only ready to entertain success. And I decided I was going to go for that success, whatever it would take me. But I would not wait for it to be all so perfect. I wouldn't wait. Because in the real sense, perfection is a myth. It doesn't really exist. It's a mirage. The closer you get, the more you realize that there's another new definition of perfection that you need to pursue. So if you are waiting to attain that scope of perfection before you start, you may never ever start. So I started putting out my content, videos, training programs, tutorials, and all whatnot. Before you could tell what was going on, boy was going viral. I was getting noticed. I was getting a lot of traction on social media. I was getting nominations for award ceremonies. I mean, for awards. I remember one time it was a very epic moment for me. I had to travel all the way to Lagos to receive an award for an award I was I mean meritoriously nominated and selected for. That was a defining moment in my life. Outside of that one, I got a whole lot of other awards. A whole lot. It was award after award after award until I even got tired of them. You know, but it keeps on reminding me the power of starting now and starting with what you have. Like John Ovidio will always say, start with what you have. For with what you can or with what you have, I can't remember how exactly he puts it. For what you have is enough. I love to paraphrase that and say, start with what you have, from where you are, with what you can. For what you have is enough to get you started. And just when you have started, then you can change the world. So, my message to the world, my message to the youth, the young people who are watching this video, from wherever you are now, a lot of things have helped me to get to the point that I am at, and I will share those things with you. And that is passion, a sense of purpose, and necessity. Passion, the drive to do because I love what I do and I do what I love. Do you have a vision that is worth dying for? Do you have a vision that is worth committing to? Do you have a vision that takes food, takes hunger away from your your appetite or your tummy? Okay, the sense of purpose. What is that thing you want to live for? What's driving you to achieve What do you really want to do for humanity? Who do you want to help? And how do you want to help them? And necessity. Got to a point that I had to tell myself, if I don't do this, I'm going to be broke. I mean, if I don't pursue my dreams, if I don't grow, if I don't build something relevant that people would want to associate with, I'm going to be broke. Okay. So that is my advice to you. Find something that is worth living for. Find something that is worth dying for. Commit to it. Build. Grow. Don't relent. It's going to make sense. And even if you are thinking that you need all the perfect stuff to start, no. Hear me telling you that today you can start with what you have. So, yes, I'm going to tell you about experts.co. Experts, yeah, the website is what I just mentioned. Expert is a leading remote working company that provides services such as research writing, software development, graphics design, marketing, digital marketing, Web 3.0, and data analysis. And I'm sure there are a lot of other wonderful things that they have for you. So go ahead and visit them at expert.co to find out more about what they do. Partner, collaborate, work with them, book their services, and I'm sure you're going to have the best of it. Have fun. Remember, the spelling of the expert is expaat.co. So go ahead and visit them right now. Bye. And I do hope my story actually inspired you or inspired someone around you. Have a wonderful day.